I'm sure most of you can agree with me that Timini Egbuson has had quite a lot of on-screen presence on YouTube. He stars along with Miwa Olorunfemi in this movie titled Fridays at 8, a Flatitude Studios production. Now, should this be on your watch list? So the storyline follows Dije and Amara, played by Timini Egbuson and Miwa Olorunfemi respectively, two adults who clicked during their first encounter and decide to keep meeting every Fridays at 8. But the famous girl code rules seem to be the villain of their love story. Now, Fridays at 8 has a duration of 1 hour and 43 minutes. And if you ask me, the narrative didn't take its time to build up, because the narrative which explains the title of this movie didn't at all take its time to build up. It was fast-paced. If you noticed, there was a lot of title drops done in this movie. Most of the characters kept on mentioning Fridays at 8, Fridays at 8, Fridays at 8. And that was basically a reference which emphasized on the key plot of the movie. Now, this movie has its positive and its negative aspects, but I'll start with the positive parts first. So here we go. Now, one thing is for sure here, the cast of this movie were few, but once it comes to the performances, Timini Egbuson delivered as usual. One thing about his acting is that he portrays all his characters in such a way that it seems like he's living his character. He makes his acting seem natural, and there's no trace of camera shyness when it comes to Timini Egbuson. He seems comfortable on screen. He portrayed his character well, yeah. His acting was basically top-notch. And he's also good at flirting on screen. He makes it seem smooth and natural. Then when it comes to his on-screen chemistry with Miwa Olorunfemi, I actually think that their on-screen chemistry was good. Most of their dialogues were in sync with each other, especially during that of their first date. Now, their two characters, Amara and Dije, well, their first couples fight really got me laughing. It was serious, but it was also funny at the same time. Now, this movie delves into the themes of love, acceptance, drama, and a slight touch of comedy. Yeah. Now, speaking of Miwa Olorunfemi, who is also the executive producer of this movie, her acting was commendable as usual, but what I loved most was her character, Amara, and Mide's friendship. Like, the bond of friendship was there, and Miwa and Igbinigie Isoken did a good job in creating a believable bond of friendship for both of their characters. Now, out of all the characters here, I think my favorite character was actually that of Mide. Although she was sort of the antagonist of the show, but to me personally, she felt like a cute antagonist. Igbinigie Isoken really portrayed her character well. She was cute, I love the way she speaks, and her acting feels very natural. Plus, she also had the vibe when it came to the friendship aspect. Her character Mide had this character dynamic, yeah, but I won't exactly categorize her as a sinister villain. From what I could pick up, she did that because of jealousy, insecurity, and mainly misunderstanding. So yeah, she was my favorite character. And I actually think she was one cast that carried this show. Chinedum Odiaka was also one cast that starred in this movie, playing the character of Tammy, Mide's would-be husband. At first, this guy didn't actually connect with me, especially during his first on-screen appearance in the movie. He felt a little bit distant and less concerned, but he later on connected with me when I fully understood that his character Tammy had this gentle, calm, and Mr. No Wahala kind of personality. He was just a calm soul. His acting is pretty good, yeah. His acting is gentle and calm, and he played that role well. And I actually like how his character Tammy speaks to Mide honestly. The guy just states facts. He was gentle, and his fiancée Mide was a handful. So I kept on wondering how the two clicked. Well, I guess opposites do attract. The movie also came with some beautiful soundtracks, like the soundtracks played a pivotal role in making this movie enjoyable to me. My personal fave was actually the one playing at the background during the opening credits. Shout out to Caleb Odugbose for the soundtracks. Now, the movie also came with some pretty beautiful settings, and the cinematography was good. They managed to capture each of these beautiful sceneries well. Shout out to Austine Kings for the cinematography. Now, for the downsides of the movie. Now, earlier on, I said that this movie came with a few casts, and they did a bad job in creating a sense of atmosphere here. Now, there were scenes where the cast were at a restaurant and even a cafe. A restaurant is supposed to be packed and a cafe is supposed to be packed. But during those scenes, there were no background extras at all. The atmosphere wasn't lively and it felt as if they booked the whole place, and that made the movie fall short in terms of authenticity. Like, there was no sense of atmosphere at all. Everywhere felt just dull. The cast went to a restaurant to celebrate, and normally, even if it were just a few background extras sitting at other tables, it would have been good. But here, nothing at all. It made the movie feel unrealistic. Now, for the second downside, it has to do with the couple, Mide and Tammy. Now, I honestly feel that the authenticity put towards the wedding, aside the wedding dress, felt a little bit surface level. They made the wedding feel a little bit irrelevant. There's a wedding about to take place. Their parents didn't call, and no scenario where we see the in-laws meeting each other. Everything about the wedding felt a little bit surface level. And does the character Mide even work? Because she was all over the place. Others were working, but she seemed to be free all the time. Now, to wrap it all up, the narrative was not so predictable. It was somewhat predictable, yeah. The performances were compelling, nice soundtracks, nice cinematography, and beautiful setting. But this kind of movie is definitely a one-time watch thing for me personally. It's not the kind of movie that I would like to watch over and over again. So I think I'll be giving this movie a 3.5 out of 5 thumbs up. If you've seen the movie, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time on my review. Bye.